Hey, it's Bullit and YaYa here from Nowhere Homesteady. We are setting up the drone, getting ready for a flight. Bullit, you want to talk about what kind of drone this is and tell me what you like and don't like about it. Tell us the setup features or setup process.
Sure. Um, this helipad was extra.
So that didn't come with the drone?
No. And it was pretty hella cheap.
A helipad that's hella cheap. Did we get that on Amazon?
Yep.
We'll put that link in the text box below.
Yep. What I like about this helipad is it's simple. It's relatively fast to set up. Really, even with a mild amount of wind like we have right now, I don't need to go through all this effort. But I'm going to anyway. So, the drone, I think we said this in the video the other night, is a all right, Blacktail, is a DJI Mavic Mini SE. The SE is important. It is probably a 4 or 5 year old drone at this point. But what I like about it is it's only, and I bought these covers for it extra as well. What I like about it is that it is simple, durable, and relative to the rest of the drone market, doesn't cost an arm and a leg. It's also super light. It's only, you come in and zoom in on that. It's only 249 grams. Yet it'll fly in up to an 18-mile-an-hour wind.
Wow.
I don't recommend it, but it'll do it. I watched a number of torture test videos and durability test videos on a number of different drones, and I was specifically looking for a lightweight one. One that comes under the FAA's 250 gram limit, because for them, by that classification, this is nothing more than a toy, and I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to take professional drone footage or anything like that. I wanted a starter drone to play with, but we have so much government intervention all the time now, and I can't stand that. And so I wanted something simple. If I get into it and we want something bigger and we eventually have the money for it, I'll pay that fee and I'll do that due diligence. I understand the reason for the government rulings and the FAA rulings and the governance over the airspace and trying to protect, aircraft and things, and it all makes sense. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to make a business out of this, just flying and having fun. So,
And we're not trying to invade aircraft space either.
No, we're not. What I really wanted it for is the ability to take an aerial view of our property more than anything, or if we go on interesting vacations, to be able to, get the other side of a cliff face that we can't see from our vantage point because I'm not leaning over a cliff. Things like that, just hobbyist stuff. And because this comes in light, it's not really regulated. You don't have to register it with the FAA. You still get all the basic stuff like you still get all the things from the equipment, like, or from your phone, like whether or not it's legal to fly. Like if we were anywhere near an airport, this wouldn't let us take off. It wouldn't let us fly it. That kind of thing. So you still get some of that interference, but I wish I could quit unlocking this. That's the first thing I can't stand about this. I'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, it's lightweight, it's functional, it does the job. And this Fly More combo, I like this especially because it comes with 3 batteries and a charging case, which is, or a charging thing that's inside. And so it's real easy to set up and work with. The things I don't necessarily like about it are, the way the phone has to mount to this. In the later models that they have, like the Mavic Mini 2, the controller setup is very different, and the phone, I believe, actually rests up here, and they have more provisions for more modern phones. Now, granted, this is 5-6 years old. Even the iPhone 13 Pro Max was not even a consideration. They weren't making phones that big, if I remember correctly, 5-6 years ago. So take everything with a grain of salt and recognize it when it was built and what it was intended for. Technology changes over time, of course. So if we could do it again, if we could buy another one, I would actually get the Mavic Mini 3 Pro. I think it's still in the same weight class. The big difference is that it has a 4K camera instead of a 2.7K. So the best we're ever really going to get out of this is 1080p, but that's fine for YouTube channels, for where we want to just do aerials of our property and that sort of thing. I also like how easy the controls are to work with, how simple it is to manipulate, and we had another brand that YaYa got me as a gift many years ago, and it was good, but it wasn't durable. It didn't last.
It was good until it broke, and then couldn't find parts, and
that's the other thing that I'm big on, is serviceability. You buy something like this, you buy an electronic thing like this, you're sending a bird up in the air, things are gonna break.
especially when they crash.
Yeah, but one of the other things I did when I was researching this is I went to go see, can I buy the arms? Can I buy the replacement arms if I break one? The other one we got, which is a cheaper Chinesium knockoff or something, it snapped, and I couldn't buy the replacement parts for it, but it broke so easy. This one, I really just don't think I'm going to have that same kind of problem. Okay, this is downloading an update, but I think I can go ahead and fly it, so I'm gonna take off. If you're ready for me to do that.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
You should fly over towards the twisted tree and get some footage of the sheep, and then we'll tack that onto the video.
Control point has been updated. Please check it on.
I think the sheep are just further to the east, over by the fence line of the twisted tree.
I like how stable it is, and it has a return to home function. So if I ever mess it up, I can kind of bring it right back to me. If I ever lose video connection or whatever, that's appealing. And as you can see, even with a normal wind, I don't know what it is right now.
I think we've got about a 5 to 8 mile an hour.
Yeah, it's not much, but as you can see, it's holding its own. And the flight time on this is like 30 minutes, 25-30 minutes. So it's very good.
Ranger's not sure what to do with this.
Yeah. So I'm just doing some basic controls now. And I'm doing it in cinematic mode, which you can see is about half the speed. So it gets really good, slower, controlled camera footage, which is nice. And go up and down really easy, side to side. And I can go into the normal mode or the sport mode and get some really fast shots. But the other thing about it is, like, once you get it kind of far away from you, it's important to not look at the drone, but look at the phone, look at your footage. See, I'm at 100 feet now. Still just vertical climbing, kind of over the creek bed right there, the dry creek bed. You see kind of the paths that we've mowed into it and deer traffic and stuff. But like, I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna kind of turn to it so I don't run the risk of losing signal. And that's the other thing too, is that if you lose signal with these things, say there is weak signal, if you lose signal, it still has communication with the device or with the drone. You'll eventually just lose video.
Maximum flight altitude reached.
See, that's 400 feet. I don't want to return to home.
I hear it, but I can't see it.
Yeah. See, the video just came back. But what I'm going to do now is kind of just turn. There's the old barn. The old barn, the old chicken coop. Obviously the house and such is. And we're still just right over there. You can hear the car and see the car. Let's see, we're 84% battery. The main thing I like about this is that it's just simple. It's just very simple to work with. So, and then I can adjust the camera direction. It's got a 3-axis gimbal on it, so even though the drone is being affected by the wind up there, it's not really affecting it. But that whole square is the chicken coop. I mean the sheep shelter or sheep paddock, whatever you want to call it. Don't return to home, just give me the footage back. If I normally lose, they make a range extender that I can put on the ends of these antennas, and I want to get those. They're not expensive, but that way when I go up to the max ceiling for this thing, it won't really lose that signal. So now and if I go straight down, we can see that I'm basically over the dry creek bed out over there.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
There's the side gate and the twisted trees. So like if I want to come back down. So where are the sheep at?
Last time I saw them, they were just east of the twisted tree.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah,
See
those
'em?
two little white dots
Mhm.
up against the fence line there. I'm gonna... Don't let me block your view. Am I okay?
Mhm.
See those two white things in the middle of the screen? Those are our sheep. It's kind of a reflection.
Mhm.
I don't know if...
And I can't control it like this one. I need to.
Okay.
I don't really know. I think there may be a zoom function on this, but I'm not 100% sure. See, if I can be a masterful about this, what I can do is I can
That's cool.
zoom right in on them. Remember Dallas, the old TV show Dallas? And how they have that one intro, the intro where they have the helicopter flying in over the cattle pasture and you see the animals running.
Landing.
Cancel landing. Oh, I was 17 feet off the ground. I don't know why it was. I'm gonna come over here. Okay, so I've got it in sport mode now. So watch this. Watch how much faster it is. So what I want to do is I want to line it up. And then I'm going to turn it around so the left and right controls are not reversed as I come down.
Landing.
That's that.